A lot of people have a love affair
Kash has
with
got
Kash.
a very loyal followership, let's say.
You feel that, right?
You feel it. The moment you drive
Yeah.
into Kash, you park your car in one of those small little car parks that usually you can hardly ever find parking slots for. Everything you look at is beautiful. It's a very niche place, Kash. As I explained before, the word I use for Kash is bohemian.
Welcome to another episode of Straight Talk. This is Straight Talk Summer Edition.
That's right.
I guess this is our second episode. The first episode was in Antalya.
I was in Antalya yesterday, last night.
Exactly. And this episode...
Beautiful sunset.
True.
Yes.
And this episode, we are still in Antalya. We are in Kash. And this is a region of Antalya. And we'll be talking about this little beautiful town called Kash. And also, after this video, we're going to talk about Kalkan. Because we're in a location where we can talk about both places, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have prepared a small clip about Kash town itself and, you know, things to see, things to do. Let's watch that, and I'll be asking you your questions too, Mr. Cameron Deggin, about the property market here in Kash. Located in Turkey's southwest, Kash is a lovely little town that will hook you for a lifetime at first glance. But that love at first sight isn't the product of these outstanding views, crystal clear waters, and well-preserved nature and history. It's because this town has a bohemian feel to it like no other in Turkey. Being at least 3 hours away from the nearest airport has protected it against mass tourism. It is for those who are willing to make a little extra sacrifice to enjoy what's above and under the sea. Kash has its own mixture of glorious places and tourist landmarks nearby. A wing away is the Greek island of Mace, offering a taste of a different culture. To the south is Kekova Bay, which is one of the prime scuba diving destinations in Turkey, surrounded by ancient relics. The famous Kabataş beach is just a few miles drive away to the north, and Kalkan is another trendy town not far away from Kash. Your home here will either be a traditional and charming apartment offering you the walk-down experience to this time capsule of a town, or it'll be a modern villa with the perfect combination of sea views, a relaxing breeze, and a golden sunset in a sweet spot of the Mediterranean. All right, Cameron, before moving into prices and property ranges, can you tell me what is Kash for you?
For me, Kash is one of Turkey's hidden gems. It's, in fact, one of the most special places in Turkey, in my opinion. So much so that around 11, 12 years ago, I tried very hard to persuade my wife to purchase a home in Kash. She didn't want that, although she admired Kash, but she wanted a place with a lot more action, a lot more happening, and a more year-round place. So we actually opted and we purchased a home in Bodrum at the time. But for me, Kash is one of the most picturesque and most beautiful places in entire Turkey. I call it the Bohemian Kash. That's a phrase that I had coined for Kash about 15 years ago, and in fact, it took off.
Exactly. I mean, look, when we came in here this morning and we were just flying the drone, I mean, the scenes here, they're all iconic.
Oh, it's dramatic.
Right? I mean, it's dramatic.
It's a dramatic scenery landscape.
It's an almost like an undiscovered gem.
Of course.
But here's the question: who would buy a home in Kash?
Okay, I mean, Kash is certainly not for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for, I think I will answer it the other way around. Who wouldn't want to buy in Kash?
Yeah.
If you're looking for an active place with plenty of bars and plenty of restaurants and a vibrant nightlife and a high level of energy, then Kash is not for you.
Yeah.
Kash is quite the contrary to that. It's a sleepy, easygoing, relaxed, slow pace place.
Yeah.
Kash is the kind of place where you'd sit facing the sea, the beautiful, dramatic landscape in front of you, and just watch the world go by. A more spiritual place,
Yeah.
as evidenced by many ancient cities, antique cities that populate the environs of Kash.
Yeah.
Around Kash Peninsula itself, around the Kash Old Town itself, which itself is an ancient town,
True.
antique town.
True.
You can actually see the tombs, the king's tombs all over the place in Kash. But around Kash itself, I could count at least 5, if not 6, very prominent antique cities, such as the sunken city of Kekova, which is best explored via boat.
Yeah.
Patara, where the world's very first parliament building was erected, currently a massive excavation zone. Myra, Demre Myra, Father Christmas actually comes from Demre, Santa Nicholas. His home is there. That's where he apparently originates from. Myra, the antique city of Myra, which happens to be the town that I named my daughter after. So Kash is that. It's a beautiful, dramatic scenery.
True.
Place.
True. And let me reinforce what you've said on the spirituality. Turkey has quite a bit of yoga communities.
Yes.
And these people are spiritual seekers. And
True.
a lot of yoga communities,
this area.
they all come to this area for
course,
their,
of course.
meditation rituals and yoga exercises and etc.
Of course, of
And in that sense, Kash is also desirable. But let's cut to the chase right now and let's talk about what kind of properties there are here and where does the prices start from?
Okay. All right. Again, the property profile, the real estate profile of Kash also matches its spiritual nature. You're not going to find many contemporary, full of glass, progressive architectural designs in Kash. You don't come to Kash for that. What you will find in Kash are some of the best examples of stoneworks. If you noticed, most villas on Kash Peninsula, where majority of the larger villas are located towards the tip of Kash Peninsula, are stone built. They're not your contemporary Kalkan style villas. They're the more traditional, the more authentic stone built villas, which for some people represents the
nature of
the area, and that's actually what they come seeking for. Prices are, for what you get, in my opinion, very, very modest. Very, very modest. You pick a piece of paradise from as little as $180,000 to $190,000 for a very decent panoramic. And when I say panoramic, I mean panoramic. Not just you see the sea, you see the paradise. As I'm sure you guys will use some of the footage to describe what I just said.
Footages,
you can pick a 2-bedroom nice panoramic apartment from around under $200,000 here. In fact, there are some lovely apartments that you can pick around $100,000 to $130,000. So for what you get, Kash is amazing value for money.
True.
Villas, you can pick smaller villas around 130, 140 square meter living area, built on 400-500 square meter land around the old town of Kash, or on the peninsula even of Kash, anywhere from 300,000 euros, $330,000 goes up. If you're looking for something a little bit more special, say 300-400 square meter living area, a bigger garden, nice infinity pool to enjoy the dramatic scenery beyond, something a bit more upmarket, you're looking at $600,000 up to $1.2 million. That range will buy you some of the finest stone-built mansions in Kaş.
Fantastic. This
I
is
mean,
fantastic.
it's a very niche place, Kaş, which probably is assisted by the fact that it's a fair driving distance, no less than 1.5, in fact 2 hours from the nearest airport,
True, it's
which is
secluded.
Dalaman. So that kind of cuts out
Yeah.
mass tourism. Kaş is not where you'll find mass tourism. People who come here, they come here year after year after year. In fact, most of the property owners in Kaş, they wouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
They have a love affair with this place.
True.
They come here and they just get mesmerized.
True, exactly. A lot of people have a love affair.
Kaş has
with
got
Kaş.
a very loyal
Exactly.
followership, let's say.
True. And this place definitely offers a good lifestyle, and any property purchase here has, a lot to do with lifestyle. But again, let's talk about seasonal lettings. And I know seasonal lettings in Kaş is a big deal, and there are
Amazing.
good returns. Would you want to spend a minute on the
Of course.
ROI of seasonal lettings?
Of course. I mean, decent 3-4 bedroom detached villa with a nice infinity pool, great scenery. You're talking about 250 square meter indoor living area. In the season, and Kaş, as I already explained, has a particularly long season,
True.
being in the middle of the Mediterranean, will fetch anywhere from $2,000 to $3,500 per week.
Wow.
Per week. If you know what you're doing, you can easily get 15 to 20 weeks of rentals in Kaş. If you work your sums, you will find that the rental return for villas in Kaş is no less than 7-8% per annum. Now that's very, very good
And
return.
that is almost twice as much than the average rental return in Istanbul, isn't it?
It is almost twice as much as the average rental return on long-term lettings in Istanbul.
True.
Or any big city.
Yeah.
For that matter. So, and again, the reason for that is this is a very special place. It's so atmospheric. As I explained before, the word I use for Kaş is bohemian. It's such a bohemian place. The whole atmosphere of it.
You feel that, right?
You feel it. The moment you drive into Kaş, you park your car in one of those small little car parks that usually you can hardly ever find parking slots for.
Yeah.
And you start walking around and you look around you. Every corner you look at, you see something beautiful. Whether it's the old Ottoman Greco-Turkish architecture, certainly there's Greek influence, but there's quite a strong Ottoman influence with the balconies and jumbas, as we call them. Whatever you look at, whether you look at the beautifully curving peninsula, everything you look at is beautiful, is nature.
Cameron Deggin, thank you very much for this lovely episode.
Thanks a lot.
Kaş. And before closing the program, I just want to give special thanks to the Blanca Beach Club and Hotel here. They have hosted us very much. We're very thankful. And this is a beautiful location on the Kaş Peninsula. You guys should definitely check this place out. And this is not sponsored at all. I mean, we're not a company who's going to sponsor hotels and stuff. But this is a place. Exactly.
However, if someone helps you and gives you a hotel room to relax, okay, a nice scenery at the background, and they show amazing hospitality like these guys have, then it would be such a shame not to give credit to them.
Massive shout out to Blanca Hotel, and thank you very much for staying this long. If you like this episode, please do share it with friends of yours who are interested in Kaş, buying property in Kaş, and also subscribe to the channel, and please comment down below any questions that you have, and we'll make sure that Cameron Deggin and I read those comments personally. And until next time, see ya.
Bye-bye.